Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, it is I, your host, the girlie Baddie, and if you are returning, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm just going to be doing a voiceover while y'all get ready with me to shoot some content. So let's get started. All these products that I use to do my makeup, you can find them on my Amazon storefront, linked in the description box. This right here is the Maybelline Ultra Slim Brow Pencil in 262 Black Brown, and it's about $8 in total on my Amazon storefront. This makeup is more so geared towards beginners because I'm trying to perfect my makeup and see what works for me and what doesn't. But this here is the e.l.f. Clear Wax Pencil. But during this video, I'm mostly going to be giving y'all tips on content creation and what I've learned as a content creator. This right here is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer shade 360, and I'm using a flathead brush to pat it in. I don't remember where I got these brushes from, and they're not that good anyway, so the brushes you just saw are the ones that are linked on my Amazon storefront that you can try out if you would like. So the first tip I've learned from being a content creator over 4 years is to make content about things that you're good at and see what works for you and your audience. You're gonna pat your foundation in until it blends into your skin, until your whole face is one color. I like to use a flathead brush because I feel like it gets into my skin more smoother, and then I might go over it with a beauty blender. But I feel like a beauty blender takes a lot of product away from the foundation, but I like to use a beauty blender after this to smooth it out and just make it more cohesive. But back to the content creating tips. You want to make content that you're good at and see what works. Like this video, for instance, I'm good at makeup, but I want to get better at it. So I'm making this video for beginners like you to learn how to perfect your makeup while I'm learning in the process. So you get to see me in real time try out things that I'm good at and also perfect it. That way you get to see the progress, where I started versus where I end up. You get to see me on this journey. So that's another tip. People want to see your journey. This here is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer shade 360. You're going to put this everywhere where you want highlight to be. So some people may leave it off the bridge of their nose. I like mine on the bridge of my nose, but I don't necessarily put it on my on the bottom of my cheek, like by my jaw, because I'll use whatever's left over from the brush or the beauty blender to blend it there. Here's a smudge brush. I couldn't find this exact one on Amazon, so the one you just saw is similar to this one. I'm using it to blend out the concealer under my eyebrow. This will give me like a halo effect, but I'm not putting it on the top of my eyebrow because I still want it to look kind of natural. So it'll lighten up my brow bone, just the right touch, not too much. But like I was saying, people want to go on your journey with you. So whatever you already do in your daily life, you should make content based on that. Whatever comes easy for you, whatever you enjoy, you should make informational, motivational, or entertaining content based around that, like I'm doing right here. I enjoy makeup from time to time, but that's not my entire life. I don't wear makeup every day, but when I feel like playing in makeup, I get the thought to record, and I'm like, how can I make this content valuable? How can I make this content valuable for my audience? When I'm filming, I'm thinking, what can you as my audience take from this? Or I'm thinking, what value can I add for you to be able to take away from this video? This here is the Maybelline Ultra Slim Brow Pencil in 262 Black Brown. The same one from earlier. I was just fixing up my eyebrows. If you're a beginner in makeup, I tried to make this as easy as possible because I'm still an amateur in makeup. So here is where I'm blending out my under eye concealer to brighten my under eye, and I switched from the smudge brush to a loose brush. I don't really know what this is called, this brush. Like, these brushes are terrible, which is why I linked the other brushes in my Amazon storefront. Back to content creation though. If you are trying to grow on social media as a content creator, your main focus is building a community. People want to learn from you. People want to see what you have to offer. Why should they keep up with you? Why should they follow you? They want to trust you. A community versus followers are two totally different things. A community will watch your videos no matter what you post. A community will like your content. They will buy from you. Followers usually come from going viral. Make sure you blend in that concealer until you feel it's blended enough. You don't want to be out here looking like a clown. But if you gain a lot of followers because you went viral, or if you just gain a lot of followers, I like to go back in with a beauty blender to smooth everything out. And I like to do a beauty blender on my nose because it just smooths it out. I don't need as much on my nose as under my eyes or anything. And I do a beauty blender on my forehead. But I switch in between like a brush and a beauty blender with this. It depends on how I'm feeling. This next product that I'm using for my contour is Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealer Shade 360. Here I'm using an angled brush. I don't know, I think this is a foundation angled brush. I have one linked in my Amazon storefront if you guys want a angled brush, but I also have a set of brushes in my Amazon storefront. Back to building a community versus a following. Your community is going to support you no matter what. Your followers are not necessarily going to support you no matter what. They're not necessarily going to engage like your community would. Your community, no matter how small or how big, as long as they are engaged, as long as it is an intimate, tight-knit community, you will have more success being a content creator if you build a community rather than a million followers. So here I'm just blending out my contour with this angled brush, and I'm liking the look so far. I never know exactly where to put my contour, but I just wing it every time and then I see how it comes out. Do you think that this is a routine you can follow? Let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, also let me know. Makeup is really about what works for you. It's like a recipe. You get to customize the recipe. Once you get the basic steps down packed, that's when you get to start customizing, because you have more confidence and you feel like you know what you're doing. So another tip for content creation, I would say, is to try different types of content. Like this video and like other videos on my channel, I haven't found like a niche that I wanted to stick with, but also that's because you are a person. You are a whole person. I'm using the beauty blender, the same beauty blender that I used earlier, to just blend everything in and get rid of those harsh lines. Just like I'm a full person with a full personality, so are you. So you may not want to stick to one type of content. That's why I said try different things to see what works and what sticks. There's gonna be like one or two specific type of content that you may like more than the other types of content. So I say stick with that the most, but don't put yourself in a box, because it'll be hard to come out of that box, because that is what your community is going to gravitate towards you for. So make sure it's something that you enjoy, something that comes easy to you. This is a flat brush, the same brush from earlier that I used for my foundation. And now I'm just patting it in the same way that I just did with the beauty blender, just to give myself a more seamless blend. I didn't add anything extra to this brush. I just used what was already on the brush. But back to content creation, you want to try different things and see what your audience responds to the best. Now I'm using this small angled brush to blend my contour on my nose. But you want to make content that you enjoy and that comes easy to you, because when your audience does show you which content they like the most, it'll already come easy and you'll enjoy it, so it will be less chance of burnout. Like this video, I've never done a video like this. I have dibbled and dabbled in makeup and dibbled and dabbled in different things before on my channel, but I've never done it like these last few videos that I've been posting. I'm not sticking to one thing, but I feel like it's all under the same niche, which is lifestyle. I'm showing you guys more of my life. I'm showing you guys the things that I enjoy, hobbies that I'm good at. I'm showing you what I know how to do, and what I'm taking you on my journey with me, which is the most important thing to build your community as a content creator, if you're a content creator. Now I'm just using the same beauty blender to blend that out, and I'm taking the contour all the way up to my eye to help give it some definition. But yeah, I'm trying to see what type of video you as my audience like. Now I'm using the Art Library by MAC in the palette Flamboyant. This is also on my Amazon storefront, linked in the description. And I'm using a loose brush to pat this neutral color brown onto my eyelid as a transition color. You want to make sure you have a transition color on your eyelid just so all the other colors that you pack on top can blend seamlessly. Another content creator tip I have for you is to find ways to make your content interesting. Find ways to be creative. Like this video, you probably thought I was going to be only talking about makeup. This is the NK makeup palette Peach Me. I couldn't find it on Amazon, but I found it on beautydepot.com. But you probably thought I was only going to be talking about makeup in this video, but I was thinking, how can I make this content interesting and how can I retain my audience attention, which is you? By the way, tell me, what do you think about this style of video? Do you prefer me to talk about what I'm doing directly, or do you prefer me to dibble and dabble in what I'm doing and talk about other topics too? Here I'm just taking that color and giving my eyes some definition on the outer corner. I'm packing it on my outer corner and then blending the rest of it towards the inner part of my eyelid. Another content creator tip I have is stop trying to be an influencer and be a content creator who influences. Build your audience and gain their trust. You do this by sharing something about yourself through your content. It could be something funny, it could be something serious, informative. Just let them feel like they know you. Let them into your life. Here I'm going in with my MAC palette again on my eyelids this time to add some contrast to the brown that I did on my outer corner, just to make my eyelids pop a little bit. Back to the content creator tips. A few ideas you could use to let your audience in. You don't even have to let your audience into your personal life if that's not what type of content creator you want to be. You can let them in like fun facts about me while doing my makeup, or things I've learned in my age, or a funny experience I had when I was blank. So it's just little simple, cute little videos like that you can share things about yourself and show your personality with your audience. Here I'm using this angled brush to set my concealer with this powder from the NK palette. I just tried something new here and I actually liked how it turned out. Of course, I'm going to still use setting spray at the end, but I wanted to set it with a powder so that it won't move. But like I was saying, you want to be genuine with your audience. You don't want to try to influence them off the bat. You want to share yourself with your audience. Share your personality, share your energy with your audience. And that is how they will be attracted to your aura. They will be attracted to your energy. They will be attracted to you as a person. They will like you and they will gravitate towards you. Then they will begin to trust you and they will begin to come to you for recommendations in whatever you specialize in or whatever they want to know from you. And you gotta keep it real with your audience. If you get brand deals and they're not as up to par as you would expect them to be, let them know. Don't just big up the brand just because they're paying you. You gotta keep it 100 with your audience. You gotta keep it all the way real. Let them know the good and the bad. Now, if there's nothing bad to say about it, okay, but don't be fake about it. These people trust in you and it's easy to lose that trust. And once you lose that trust, man, it's hard to get it back. So be genuine with your audience. Bring them into your life. Bring them along your journey. Don't try to influence them. Teach them what you know. Entertain them in the way that you know how. Give them something of value and they will be influenced that way. You should be so locked in with your audience. Now I'm going to go in with Physicians Formula Bronze Browser color medium to dark. And I'm taking this thick angled brush. The last one was a flat angled brush. This is more of a fluffy angled brush, and I like to use this to set in my contour, and I also use it for my contour as well. I just like how it puts contour on my face. I'm not really too good at contour. I'm still trying to figure out contour. Looking at this video, I think I did a pretty good job, but it's always like a mystery to me. I just wing it. So now I'm using a smaller angled brush for my nose to set in my nose contour with the same bronzer. And I'm just taking it all the way down my nose, bringing it up into my eyelid to bring out more of that definition. With content creation, you have to look at your audience as people who came up with you. They're there for you, so you have to be there for them as well. With content creation, it's the same as this makeup video. It's like you're creating art, so you have to try things out and figure out what's working for you, what's working for your audience. What does your audience like to see? What are they asking for more of? What are they engaging with the most? It's like a recipe. You got to try different ingredients in the recipe and see what works. I'm taking this brown and then I'm just patting it on my jaw around this area just to set in my foundation a little bit before I go in with the setting spray. I was just trying this here to see how it worked. And then I'm going to take this color to use it as a blush on my cheeks. Also, I wing it with the blush too. I love this big fluffy brush. This brush is from Eco Tools. It is also linked in my storefront. I love it. So I just take it from my cheek up into like around that area, like around my hairline. I just bring it up. I try to do like a C shape. And I'm going to be adding some pink blush because I wanted a more like summery vibe, spring vibe, and this was more of a fall. This is the color I like to use in the fall. Just like I'm telling you these things, I'm learning, and as I'm learning these things, I'm coming back and telling you. And I swiped it on my eye just to give my eye a little bit more pop. And here I'm going to use this color on top of that blush that I already used. I'm going to add it to make it pop a little bit. Oh, I didn't show that in the video, my bad guys. But now I'm going in with highlighter, and you see that? Super cute. But just how I'm giving you these tips on makeup, I'm learning these tips as I go, and I'm coming to bring it to you as a beginner with your makeup. Sometimes I forget that it's just like a recipe that you can customize. As long as you have the base of it down, then you can customize it to your liking and do whatever you want to do. You can get as creative as you want to get. And I forget that sometimes. So that's why I'm reminding you that content creation is just like a recipe that you can customize as well as makeup. They're one and the same, really. I had a little too much highlighter like in one spot on my nose, and I didn't like how it was looking, so I was spreading it out. But it gave me a little nice glow, a little nice pop, and then I tried to put it there on my brow bone. It was getting a little bit messy, so I just ended up leaving it alone before I messed something up. Another thing, do you see this lighting? Look at this lighting. I'm in the bathroom filming this, and I never film in the bathroom because I like to film in my room. That's where I'm the most comfortable. Here I'm just using the eyebrow pencil that I showed you guys earlier in the video, and I'm using it to line my lips, and I'm gonna be completing the look soon. But I wanted to say about the lighting, I always film in my room because that's where I'm the most comfortable, but my room does not have the best lighting, so I have to use artificial lighting like a ring light, but I prefer natural lighting. Do you see how this light is hitting my skin? I didn't edit the video, I didn't edit the vibrance, I didn't edit the saturation. This is just natural lighting. It's so beautiful, and it enhances the video that much more. Here I'm using Black Radiance Long Lasting Setting Spray, but on my Amazon storefront it's linked as Hydrating Setting Spray, and they also have a matte setting spray. And then I found this at Dee Discount, this mascara trio, and I kind of like it. I'm not really sure. I gotta try out different mascaras. I'm not really sure what to expect from mascara. Actually, I used Too Faced mascara before, TOO Face, I believe that's what it was, and I loved that mascara. I'm more of a lashes type of girl, but I wanted to keep this look natural, so I linked this in my Amazon storefront also, but I did find it at Dee Discount for like $4.99. So if you can find it there for cheaper, girl, go ahead. And this is my eye with the mascara, and then I'm gonna show you my eye without the mascara, just so you can see the difference. Now this is my eye without the mascara, and it makes a difference. But as I was saying about the lighting, do you see how in depth you can see my makeup, my contour. You can see that it's blended well. It's highlighting my face exactly where it needs to be highlighted. Contouring is popping, all because of the lighting. Your content better have good lighting. If your content don't have good lighting, people are not gonna stick around. Now, it depends. You can get away with it sometimes, like if you just doing a quick TikTok video, or if you doing a chill vibey aesthetic on YouTube, whatever, you can get away with it. But most times people want to see videos with great quality, which means your background has to be nice, your lighting has to be nice. The pink mascara was a lengthening mascara. This mascara is a volumizing mascara, and the next mascara is a high definition mascara, and I used all three to see what it gives. I should have like packed on more layers. I think it would have gave me more of a pop, but like I said, I did want to keep it natural, and I'm not a pro at mascara, so I didn't want to go overboard and mess up something or make my lashes clumpy. But that's my last tip on content creation. I want to emphasize the quality of your video. It has to be good quality. People want to see good quality content, whether that's aesthetics, value, lighting. It's best if it's all of the above. I forgot to end the video, so I'm gonna end it now. That's all for this video. I hope you found this. That's all for this video. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment a cherry down below to let me know you watched the whole video. And until next time, bye.